Hey, what's going on, people? I am Stoney, the Melody Guy. I am a multi-platinum music producer. I've been producing for well over 20 years. I probably got my big break about 8 years ago. My first placement was with Rick Ross. We'll get into that in a little bit. Really, I'm making this post, so to say, or this vlog just to kind of vent and get some stuff off my chest as far as the YouTube world and just being a content creator and being a music producer. We'll start from the beginning. Like I said, I am a multi-platinum producer. I've worked with Future, Moneybagg Yo, Lil Wayne, Ari Lennox, Rick Ross, Mario, just to name a few. I've been pretty successful in my journey. It all started about 8 years ago, me actually really taking this part of the journey serious as far as being a music producer. It's had its highs, it had its lows, but at the same time, it's pretty much what I've been asking for my entire life. Now, I stumbled into the YouTube world probably in about 2017, right before my son was born. I came up with an idea to do a producer show where me and my production partner, Javar Rocketmore, would interview up-and-coming producers on the bridge of being like mega producers. And not only would we interview them, we had a format where we would actually make beats with them on the spot called Quick Whip, right? In that process, we end up interviewing Pierre Bourne, which is probably one of my biggest episodes. I'm gonna go back into the mistakes I made on that one. Turn Me Up YC, we did Cassius J, we did, forgive me if I'm not remembering everybody, Fuse from 808 Mafia. We did a lot of people, and we were really the first of our kind. This is before Producer Grind or any of the other producer shows came out. We were kind of the blueprint to that. Where I would say we went wrong was our first time around doing it, we had a student as a cinematographer who, with all due respects, he moved to Los Angeles, which I encourage if you're a cinematographer. There's more work there. Well, back then. Now Atlanta's becoming the hub for film as well. But shout out to my boy Jordan. He had bigger opportunities in LA, so he moved to LA, which brought our production to a standstill. So what we ended up doing was we ended up revamping the show, coming back stronger than ever, in my opinion. We upped our production quality 1,000,000%. Everything was working just fine. And just like anything with moving parts, too many moving pieces, it's hard to keep people together. Some things transpired between our production team. Nothing bad, we're still all on good terms. It just, at the moment, I don't think they saw the vision the way me and my production partner saw the vision. Mind you, we had several interviews lined up. Most of the people, not even most, ATL Jacob, the people that we interviewed them right on the cusp of them becoming the biggest producers in the world. So we were privy to having an ATL Jacob cook up in session and recording before he did the big songs for Future and Tim's, before he did the Drake record, before he did any of those huge records that catapulted him. Same thing with Turn Me Up YC. I think he had said something, so this is before he had Waukesha or any of the other big records that he did, Back in Blood or any of that stuff. So due to production issues, we had to stop the show and halt the show. I'm gonna tell you where my biggest mistake came in. In the midst of the production team editing a couple of the episodes, I got a notification from YouTube saying, hey, you have, I think it was 30 days or something like that to post on your account. You haven't posted in a while. You're gonna be demonetized if you don't. I'm the type of person that I believe in perfection. I want everything to look a certain way. I want everything to feel a certain way. So I did not want to just grab my phone and just say, hey, what's going on, you guys? We got some new content coming. Stay tuned. They just wanted me to upload anything. I dropped the ball and we were demonetized. Now, we're at a point where I had about 2,500 subscribers. We were being monetized. I think the Pierre Bourne episode was probably our top monetized episode. I made a mistake in that episode and I put the Playboy Cardi song, Millie Rock in New York, I'm Millie Rock. Ayo, Pierre, you wanna come out? That song, I put that as the intro. Pierre told me not to. And Universal Music Group came and monetized the song. So they made a lot of money off of that episode that me and my team never saw, right? So that's my first mistake. Second mistake was not just throwing up a piece of content to save the channel from being demonetized. So in the midst of this, we put out a few tester episodes of the new platform, new format of the platform, getting a great response. In the midst of that, my production team quit on me. They decided to go off and do other things, which is fine. So that led me to the last year and a half or 2 years where I just got to the point where it was like, man, I can't keep depending on other people to do these things. So what I did was I went out and I bought a Sony, I think it was A7 III at the time. And I just began to watch everything I can and just really throw myself into this filmmaking world and just try new things. And I actually became pretty good at being a cinematographer. I took myself for some crash courses. I started accepting weddings. I figured, hey, I could get paid while I'm learning, you know. So a good friend of mine, Michael D. Images, shout out to him. He took me under his wing and he just started showing me different stuff. I started doing weddings, and if you ever been a wedding photographer or videographer, you know that's the best place to learn because A, it's a live event, so there are no do-overs. So it makes you have to be super on point and just make sure you get everything that you're supposed to get, super organized. You have to deal with sound, lighting, all these different things. And everybody know a wedding is one of the most important days for anybody who's on the other end of the wedding. So I did that for a season. That worked out very well. I was fortunate enough to be asked to do one music fest the year before last. Shout out to Danielle Ponder. We did her media. And through that experience, I was able to film Lil' Kim, Jadakiss, Kodak Black, Tim's, Janet Jackson, and a few other people. So my portfolio started to grow. And mind you, I'm still a full-time music producer, and I just kind of took on this secondary thing. And from there, I actually started getting gigs. Well, I upgraded my rig. I went out and bought a couple A7 IVs, a bunch of lights, and all of the different things I was going to need to be, you know, efficient at being a cinematographer. I started to get a lot of content management gigs. A lot of the artists that I was working with were hiring me to come in and do their content and do their reels and different stuff like that, which is a great thing. In the midst of that, I decided it would be a smart thing for me to go ahead and get a degree in cinematography, digital cinematography, seeing that I really don't have the time to put in the 10,000 hours the same way I did with music production. So I might as well do what I didn't do with music production and go get schooling. I am currently halfway through my degree at Full Sail. It's working out perfectly. I love every bit of it. It's teaching me things that I've never thought that I would even care to learn. So shout out to that. I'm basically making this video just to kind of express some things, you know, as a creator. I know we get, what's the word? Discouraged sometimes. I know I have, you know, through all of that stuff that I just said. I feel like my production quality has stepped up 1,000,000%. Everything looks much better. Everything feels better. You know, everything's good, but my viewership is horrible. I've even been featured on a couple big YouTubers' pages, and still for some reason, I am not getting the views that I used to get. I went from getting hundreds of thousands of views to maybe 20 views. And through my research, I've realized that YouTube has been giving incentive to newer creators, newer pages. They have taken an initiative to kind of push these newer pages out to the masses to give the newer people or the newer pages the same advantage as the bigger pages. I've been wrestling with this back and forth forever. Like, do I want to start a new page when I have thousands of subscribers on my current page, I said, you know what? If you can't beat them, join them. I'm going to go ahead and start a new page, and this is the beginning of that journey. Welcome to my new page. On this page, we're going to dial it back a little bit, less of the big productions. It's just kind of going to be me and the camera, me vlogging, me kind of showing you guys the day in the life of a music producer, a day in the life of a dad, a single dad, just a day in the life of someone who is very goal driven and God fearing and just knows what he wants out of life and isn't afraid to get it. So this is my first attempt at this. I pray that everybody enjoys it and that you guys just follow me along on this journey of becoming a digital cinematographer. I actually just picked up a new, I wouldn't say hobby, a new extension to my musical craft. I am now a DJ Melody God, DJ Space Age. You guys will be seeing a lot of that journey here on this channel. Yeah, and I'm just believing that, you know, just simplicity will probably be the answer. I'm understanding that a lot of people want to just see a regular person, you know, someone that they can relate to, someone that they can look to for advice, someone's journey that they can be inspired by. So this is my attempt at that. I am going to take a challenge, and I'm going to vlog 365 days in 2025, starting on the 1st of January. Doesn't matter what it is, whether I'm picking my kids up from school, whether I'm going shopping, head to the studio, going out for lunch, whatever it is, I'm going to challenge myself to upload to this channel. And I'm going to see if YouTube is truly incentivizing the newer pages. If you guys have any type of content that you would like to see from me, as far as like if you got any questions on being a music producer, how to be successful as a music producer, how to be a successful musician, how to make money as a musician, just leave it in the comments, and I would love to, you know, kind of give you guys what it is you want from me. I'm truly believing that 2025 is going to be a big year for all creators. Content creation is on the rise. The ad revenues and the ad dollars are getting bigger than they've ever been. And I'm just truly believing that we all have a place in this community. And I'm just trying to find my place. You know, I've tried so many things. I've tried the gear reviews. I was actually blessed to be invited out to the Playlist Retreat. If you're not familiar with that, that's a retreat that DJ Jazzy Jeff does, where he invites a bunch of creatives and DJs and musicians and producers to his home. And it's a week-long retreat. It was just amazing. One of the best times I ever had in my life. And I was inspired while I was there. I was inspired. I had the inspiration that I was missing. I was creatively drained, even as a music producer. 2024 was not the best year for me as a music producer. You know, I probably had 2 or 3 placements. I feel like music itself wasn't at a great place. I feel like creativity itself in the music industry lacked. I just wasn't inspired to create much. Being at the retreat, it gave me a fresh wind, or a bit of fresh air, so to say, and it encouraged me to pick up the turntables and start learning that craft and finding ways to incorporate my production and my musicianship into being a DJ and just playing music for people and making people happy. I also was fortunate enough to connect with a bunch of different brands, Roland, Native Instruments, Personas, who have all embraced me and brought me into their family. Shout out to them. I will be doing reviews on some of their gear coming up. I just, you know, feel like I'm ready to get back on the wheel, get back on to pick the ball back up and start running again. There will be some more cook-up videos. I'll probably leave them on my old page, the Melody God. keep that type of content over here. Again, over here on this page, we're just gonna be talking real life stuff, taking you into the day to day and covering stuff that could really be beneficial. I thank you guys. If you found anything inspiring in this video, I ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. Set the notifications so you can catch these vlogs as I do them daily. And I appreciate you guys. That's all.